Hello again, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Other Side podcast with me, 𝐎𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑. It's good to have you here. Last time we spoke about time farming. So in the next two episodes, that's this episode and the next, we shall be exploring the landscape of habits. Today, we'll be considering micro habits. What are micro habits and how do they affect our lives? Making drastic changes can be quite overwhelming when embarking on a personal growth journey. We often set ambitious goals like losing 30 kg. Like right now, I wish I could lose like 50 kg weight, and it's been tough, trust me. Or we could set goals like writing a book or becoming fluent in a new language. These could be tough too. However, these aspirations often fizzle out because they demand a level of commitment and consistency that is often hard to maintain over time. It will interest you to know that the key to real lasting change lies not in grand gestures, but in small incremental adjustments. This is where micro habits come in. This is a powerful approach to self-development that hinges on making tiny, emphasis on tiny, manageable changes in your daily routine. So what are micro habits? Micro habits are tiny tiny behaviors that are so small, they almost seem insignificant. Unlike larger habits, micro habits take very little effort or time to perform. Think of them as bite-sized actions that can be easily integrated into your existing routine, such that when you integrate them, you don't feel like anything has changed per se. For example, instead of committing to meditating for 30 minutes every day, you could start with just 1 minute. Instead of a full workout session, commit to doing 5 push-ups every morning. Before you know it, you will improve, and gradually it will become a full-blown habit. The beauty of micro habits lies in their simplicity and sustainability. By focusing on actions that are so small, they barely register as an inconvenience, you reduce the mental resistance to performing them. Over time, these small actions accumulate, building momentum and leading to significant long-term changes. It was difficult for me to write my book at the initial stage because I wanted to just take it all at once. But when I discovered that it was better to do it gradually, before you know it, I was done. It took me 3 years though, but I was done finally. Now, what is the science behind micro habits? Why do micro habits work so well? The answer lies in behavioral psychology and the concept of habit loops. These are also discussed in the next episode. A habit loop consists of 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Micro habits leverage this natural process by making it easy to establish consistent routines. Since the actions are small and require minimal effort, they are easier to repeat daily over time. These micro habits can evolve into larger habits, and it creates compound effects that drives significant personal goal or personal growth. Let's consider the 1% rule. The 1% rule is a principle that states that small, consistent improvements can lead to substantial gains over time. It was popularized by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. This rule emphasizes that improving by just 1% each day can result in exponential growth. Imagine you're learning a new skill. If you improve by just 1% each day, by the end of the year, you will be nearly 37 times better than when you started. The power of compounding applies not just to financial investments, but also to personal growth. Small improvements accumulate, leading to large differences over time. For instance, if your goal is to read more, start by reading just 1 page a day. Heck, you could even start by reading just 1 paragraph a day. One page or one paragraph might seem like not much, but over time, these small habits can expand to a full chapter or even a book a month. The key is consistency, showing up daily and letting small gains add up. You could also do this by habits stacking. Habit stacking is a powerful strategy for integrating micro habits into your daily routine. It simply means that you take existing habits you already have and stack a new micro habit on top of it. This technique leverages your established routines to create a trigger for the new behavior. Example, if you want to start flossing your teeth daily, you could start by doing it while you're brushing. Gradually, because you're used to brushing your teeth every morning anyway, over time, this new behavior becomes automatic and it becomes linked to something you do regularly. Habit stacking works well because it minimizes the mental load of introducing new behaviors out of the blues. You don't have to always remember to do something new. Instead, your brain associates the new habit with the existing one, making it easier to incorporate it into your routine. Now let's look at micro habits and identity change. One of the most profound effects of micro habits is their impact on your identity. When you consistently perform small actions aligned with the person you want to become, you start to shift your self-perception. For example, if you want to become a healthier person, doing just 5 minutes of a healthy routine daily kind of reinforces that belief such that over time you begin to see yourself as a healthy person and it's easier to continue to grow. If you even want to change the way you look outwardly, you could start by changing little things like the way you talk, the way you dress, just very simple things, and gradually it becomes a big thing and people begin to identify you as that new person you aim at becoming. A shift in identity is crucial for sustaining long-term change. When you view yourself as someone who probably reads regularly, exercises daily, or practices mindfulness, you're more likely to engage in behaviors that reinforce that identity. First, see yourself as that new person. Then take up very small habits, like I said. These are like stepping stones. These micro habits are stepping stones. Gradually, it shapes who you are, how you reason, how you think, and how you see yourself. And remember, how you see yourself is how other people will see you. The compounding effect of micro habits is crucial. The impact is often invincible in the short term, which can make it tempting for you to dismiss as insignificant. However, over weeks, months, and years, these small actions add up in profound ways. This is the compounding effect in action. A lot of financial experts talk about this, but you could apply this to your life too. Much like how a single drop of water seems inconsequential, but can eventually fill a bucket. Micro habits accumulate to create noticeable changes over time. Now, consider someone who spends just 5 minutes a day learning a new language. In the first few weeks, the progress may be barely noticeable, but after several months, if that person is consistent, those 5 minutes add up to hours of practice, leading to significant improvement. You begin to be able to make sentences more comfortably. This compounding effect is what makes micro habits such a powerful tool for long-term growth. Now, here are practical tips for implementing micro habits. Start small. That is the whole idea of it. Choose habits that are so easy they are impossible to fail. If your goal is to write daily, start with just 1 sentence a day. The key is consistency, not intensity. Consistency, not intensity. Also, attach habits to your existing routines. Use the habit stacking or piggyback new habits into existing ones. This will help you to improve your habits. Now, track your progress. Accountability is key. Even small wins deserve recognition. Being able to say just 1 word in that new language is a small win. Tracking your micro habits help you stay motivated and help you see the accumulation of your efforts over time. Also, be patient. A lot of us end up not fulfilling our desires because of impatience. Remember that the power of micro habits lies in their long-term effects. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Trust the process and stay consistent. And the last tip I'll give is that adjust as needed. Life happens and your circumstances may change. Adapt your micro habits to fit your current routine rather than abandoning them altogether. If you abandon them, why have you wasted those little time you have spent on building it? Try not to abandon it. Stay consistent. This way, you can build a better habit, a better life, or even a new identity for yourself. Lastly, I'd like to say that the power of micro habits lies in its simplicity and sustainability. By focusing on small, manageable changes, you can bypass the stress of having to create huge changes in your life. Whether it's improving your health, learning a new skill, or developing a positive mindset, micro habits offer a practical, effective approach to achieving your goals. Remember, it's not about making radical changes overnight. That's almost impossible to do. It's about showing up daily, even in the smallest ways, and letting those little, small, tiny actions compound into something extraordinary. I wish you love and light as you go out there and begin to take on those micro habits. Who knows, you might become that person you've always dreamed of becoming someday, sooner than you even expect. Thank you for hanging out with me today on The Other Side podcast. It's been fun talking about micro habits. Next time, we shall consider how to develop huge habits, and we shall talk more about the loop. Thank you so much, and let's do this again next time.